Welcome to Women Talk. I'm Joyce. Women talk about everything, but everybody talks. But it's been said that women talk about everything, anything, anytime, anywhere, and with anyone. It's December. It's holiday time. While standing on a long holiday line waiting to purchase one item, I observed two women chatting about gift giving. They talked about the cost of gifts, who or whom they were getting gifts for, why they weren't getting gifts for some people. They even began a discussion on traditions in their families. By the time one of them reached the cashier, I had learned where each of their families came from. I had also learned the holiday foods they ate, what they cooked, and how it was prepared, and who or whom they would be spending the holidays with. Welcome to Women Talk. Today is another opportunity for the women of Piscataway to share their holiday traditions. Today's guests are Esther, Brenda, and Joan. But before we get to today's topic, let's meet our guests. Joan.
Hi, I'm Joan Stamil. I'm a county committee person. I'm on the advisory commission for the senior center, as well as civilian police. A grandmother, a great-grandmother, avid gardener, total nut. That's all I could say.
My name is Esther Castro Acosta. I'm a senior citizen, already retired 3 years ago from JFK Medical Center. And I came to this center in February.
Okay. Brenda.
Hi, I'm Brenda Smith. I'm a 38-year resident of the township. To describe myself, I would say that I'm a retired attorney who has turned her head away from law and into the community. I'm on the Board of Education. I'm a member of the Senior Citizen and the Civil Rights Commission, and I just love devoting myself to a variety of activities.
I'm excited. So, today's topic is December and its holidays. You know, I checked with Professor Google, and I learned that there were a host of December holidays. Some of them were religious, national, and pagan. Here are just a few. Winter Solstice Day. That's when the sun is farthest away from the earth, and people celebrate that. National Date Nut Bread Day.
Oh.
For people who love date nut bread. This is also a month that we celebrate National Mathematics Day. Teachers would love that. It's also National Cookie Day is celebrated during this month. And believe it or not, National Short Person's Day. I think we get some problems with that one. And then there's National Remember Pearl Harbor Day. Now, I saw that advertised this week in the Piscataway paper, remembering I forget what group it was, that remembered those who were part of the Pearl Harbor.
That's nice.
It was really nice. And then there's Feast of the Immaculate Conception, Kwanzaa, an African-American tradition, Hanukkah, a Jewish tradition, and they're right in the middle of Hanukkah right now. And then for Christians everywhere, there is Christmas, where we celebrate the birth of Christ and we give lots of gifts. And that's just a few. So if you want to know all of them, check out Google, Professor Google. So ladies, what is your favorite holiday in December?
Mine is Christmas. I am a Christmas person, and I have made an edict in my family, should I ever pass, leave this earth, I want them to sing the loudest Christmas carols because that's what I'm about. I was raised with a father that taught me how to make something out of nothing. And we would go into the pine lands. I'd go with my dad, cut down greens to make garland in the basement, decorate the house. And he was a talented carpenter. So he made a nativity, whatever. And he taught me these things. So I think of Christmas, not of the gifts. I mean, as a kid, I got underwear and socks. I mean, big whoop. But I mean, I didn't care. It was the getting together with family, sharing the holidays. Because the big thing with my grandparents is we got together on Christmas Eve. You leave all bad feelings out the door. You did not bring any bad feelings inside. And it was beautiful. Okay. And I decorate extensively. It's my passion.
Okay.
But I love it. I really, really love it. To me, Christmas is, and I had the good fortune to visit Bethlehem, and they have a cathedral over where it really is a cave where Christ was supposedly born. Beautiful silver star in the floor. And I was able to kiss that and say a prayer for my late husband 5 years ago. So, yeah, but Christmas for me, and the Christmas carols and the joy and the lights.
Okay. Esther.
Well, for me, it's Christmas too, because I'm coming from Puerto Rico, and we celebrate the carol the same that they do, but also we go and do parranda. That is a group of people that they get together and they go surprise people home with parranda, playing all kinds of instruments and dancing and everything in different houses. And this in Puerto Rico, they stand for a long period of time, because Christmas didn't finish on the 1st of January. It keep on going, and it going all until the end almost of January, where we celebrate also, they call octavitas, that they keep on singing, parrandas, and also in January 6th, we celebrate the Three Kings, where the kids prepare the boxes, they decorate it, they put it under the tree, and they put grass in the boxes. For when the camel come, they could eat the grass, and they put the egg meal, and different stuff for the Three Kings that they could drink the stuff. And the next day, the Three Kings, they come and they leave the kids the gift. And this is very, very major holiday, in Puerto Rico. There are no work and nothing because they celebrate the Three Kings. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go to the Reunion family on January, and then we're going to have the Reunion family on the 6th of January. We're going to go gathering all the family in Canóvanas, Puerto Rico. I'm going to go, and we're going to celebrate in there, and I come back on the 18th of January. We all together, I come with a big family, 6 brothers and 4 sisters.
Wow.
And then we believe in Jesus Christ. We celebrate Christmas with the sun and everything. It's a very, very, very festive season for us. And as believe it or not, Puerto Rico is the one that had the longest Christmas in the world. Believe it or not, it's like that. So I'm very proud of our culture, and we celebrate Jesus first. Jesus is the Christmas, the nativity. And I'm very happy to be here today and to speak about our tradition in Puerto Rico.
Let me just, before I get to Brenda, pronounce that word for me. Parranda?
Parranda.
Parranda.
Parranda is when a group of people, they get together, they have different instruments, and they sing and dancing in front of the houses,
Parranda.
That would be like our version of Christmas caroling, but without the musical instruments.
Yeah. Okay, Brenda, what's good for December for you?
Well, I too enjoy Christmas. Christmas is pivotal in December for me and my family. How it came to be so important was my grandmother, who was the cornerstone of my life when I was a child. Her birthday was on Christmas. So not only was she a very spiritual person and Christ was the center of our holiday, she insisted that we celebrate. She loved the celebration. So our family gatherings would take place on her birthday at her house. Lots of food, lots of celebration, lots of opening presents, and everyone in the family would gather at her house and bring something if they could, but mostly their children and presents. And we'd exchange gifts, and seems like a day-long celebration. Additionally, December is important in my life because of her birthday, and I had a baby on Christmas. My daughter was born on Christmas, the day before Christmas, but she was there on Christmas like a present. So birthdays have swelled in my family on December. My husband's birthday was December. My great-granddaughter's birthday is in December. Wow. And just birthdays abound in my birthday and my family. And I continue to see how many December birthdays. Just on Facebook, I found that I had 3 cousins who were born in December that I didn't even know. So it's a big month of preparation, of celebration, of just getting ready for that one day, Christmas, and celebrating birthdays all along the way.
Well, this is all very interesting, and particularly all of those. I would always say I don't want to know people who were born on December 25th, because guess what? I don't want to have to give all these gifts. Okay? That's where my head was at. But I think that's great. For me and my family, December is also a great time, and particularly the Christmas time. But for us, it wasn't just family. My father had this, I want to call it open door policy. So my family was big enough, but my father felt that anybody who wanted to come in from the neighborhood, anybody who could come and say, I knew you when, they were all welcomed into the house. So we always had this huge amount of people in our home on Christmas Day. And up until, I want to say, I guess the COVID years, I kind of did the same thing. I would have people from the community popping in, and we would do brunch. I do a holiday brunch. Nice. And folks can just come by and enjoy us. And we enjoy them, and they're from different backgrounds and cultures. I learned so much from various folks in the neighborhood because of the holiday. Because it's more than just, my mother would say, it's more than just a gift giving. It's about being able to know your neighbor and being able to understand where people come from. So that was our biggest thing. The food portion, it was okay. It was loads of food. But for us, the turkey always found its way back on the table. Okay? And I had enough turkey on Thanksgiving, so I could care less about the turkey. You know, for me, I would love the sweet potato pies and the apple pies and all the sweets. But we didn't have any, I can't think of any traditional, fruit cake. Fruit cake is a tradition that my father would have. We bought that up from Charleston, the fruit cake.
We had pierogies.
Okay.
And my grandmother would make, I would still do that, but she would make like either pea soup or some kind of mushrooms. It was a very European fare at my grandmother's house. But at my house, when I had it, because my husband was Italian, I made everything plus the traditional. And then another thing we did, since COVID you don't do, we would pass around almost like a chalice of wine.
That's right.
And we'd get what we call a potek, which is the host. I'd get it from St. Joe's in Woodbridge. And you pass around the wafer, and everybody would break off a piece and pass it around. It was the blessing.
Okay.
And but now we don't do that.
Okay.
Because of COVID, everything changed.
Yeah.
Okay, we had the lechon, that is the roast pork, that they put it in the varita. You know what is the varita? They put the big pig in there, and they
rotate.
There. Also arroz con gandule. The gandule is the small one. It's like it's part of the lentil, but it's different. We call gandules. Arroz con gandule, rice and with beans, but it's not bean, it's gandules. Okay, the pigeon.
That's the pigeon peas.
Yeah, but they are a lot of difference, pigeon.
Okay.
So, because this one is more small. And also, we do the tembleque, the tembleque, they call tembleque because
Like a
it's like
Jell-O.
it's like a yellow, but this one is with condensed milk, and then they do it. They put it in the stove, and they do.
So like fun.
I don't do it
Sounds
over
like
here
fun.
now.
yes,
Since
it
I
does
came
sound like flan.
in 1977 here, a lot of tradition. I don't do it because they used to do it, and for me, they didn't get well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I prefer to somebody bring it to the home, and then I eat it. You know, but I telling you how I do it, I can. You know, I can. Sorry. And also, we had the different dessert, and also the coquito. I don't know if you heard about coquito.
Everybody heard about
I didn't.
coquito.
Yes, coquito.
Absolutely.
What is it?
It's a drink.
That's a drink.
Oh,
A drink that they like. Everybody like the coquito from Puerto Rico, and a lot of other cultures they do it too. You know, but also that's
Is that the
we
one
do.
you put the rum in?
yeah they put it.
It's like an
Yeah.
eggnog, isn't it?
It's like an eggnog, but it's not because it's more.
Thick.
Yeah, it is. And also the candies, you know, the holiday candies and the cookies and the flan, you know, a lot of things that we enjoy.
definitely not low calorie.
And no diet on Christmas.
No. Brenda.
Our foods are pretty traditional around Christmas. There is usually a turkey, but then there's other things. There's the ham,
Yeah.
and then there's, all the variety. We have now added certain things that we had a traditional when my grandmother was alive, but slowly as we've gotten different people into the family. So we'll have things like, of course, macaroni and cheese, but you might have lasagna, or you might have the oxtails. You make oxtail, something like that, something that's stewy and that you can eat all day long, and so it's grown. And the desserts, my grandmother's, the prime dessert when she was alive was the coconut cake with the lemon filling and homemade. And she taught me how to make the white icing and put the fresh. She would grate the coconut and would crack it, and she would grate it, and that was one of the things that I look forward to doing when she was alive, to do that. And of course, my mother inherited the tradition, so it's the chocolate cake and so many desserts. So the food it's good, but it's pretty stable. It's not really too exotic. It's sort of everybody
pie.
Well, pecan pie, but we didn't make it. I like it, but that wasn't one of the things that we made in our family. And if you try to deviate too much, what I found is that people want the same thing. The family looks forward to having those traditional foods. So if you say let's do something else, nobody really is too interested in, veering off from what they're used to, because Christmas or any holiday is just not the same if you don't have traditional foods.
Like we have stuffed cabbage or hummus and sauerkraut. I mean, and then you have to have the Hungarian nut roll.
Oh.
They're not. It's just you get it in ShopRite too. It's rolled with walnuts inside, or it has liquor or cheese, and then the little cookies with the nuts or the liquor or whatever flavor you want to put in. Very, very, very time consuming to make and backbreaking. And but like you said, those old traditional, Brenda, those old traditional.
Right, traditional things
Things,
would really make the holiday.
Yeah.
For my Charlestonian side of the family, which my father was from, we always had to have fish
Oh,
because we were on the coast.
Right.
And you
That's
could
right.
walk down to the
Oh,
water.
that's Charleston.
Okay? That's Charleston. So we would have lobster tails or lobster, shrimp, any form of fish, blackfish, redfish, any kind of fish, along with rice, some form of rice, because that's also Charleston.
Right.
Charleston is heavy in the rice paddies or the farms.
And my husband.
I forgot something that is very important for Puerto Rico, because we do pasteles. And pasteles, they do the banana. They they put it, and they wrap with the pork and in a leaf of banana, the leaf, and they put it in water, and they cook, and they serve. That's one of it come like this, and it's very beautiful, and it look like it's not good, but it's delicious, delicious.
Delicious.
And only is in the season from Thanksgiving, because we start on Thanksgiving with the pasteles, and on December, you know, and a lot of people, they sell it.
I
So
know,
we
I buy it.
Really?
I buy it from people who make it. And oh yeah, that's delicious.
Really?
Yes.
I like the pork ones, and I sometimes get the chicken one, but I
Yes.
prefer the pork pasteles. Oh, delicious.
Huh. So, and my late husband's family, they were timed like 7 fishes. They would have 7 fishes. But the problem with that is, I'm not Italian, and I'm not standing there and frying fish while people are there. Ain't happening, no way. You know, you work, you have a house full of coming in and frying fish. No. My sister-in-law would say, I like mine fresh. Well, honey, bring it. Can you imagine?
I'm with your sister-in-law. I don't want a day old fried fish. I
No,
want
but
my
I'm just,
fish fried right there.
but it's, you know, I'm almost the only one doing everything for like 25 people. I'm not sitting there doing fried fish. No, I'm not happening.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, it does. But I
Yes.
mean, to stand there and you decorate, you clean, you cook, you work, and frying 7 different, not happening for me.
So when people come to my house on Christmas Day, one of the traditions we have, because my father always had brandy shots.
Okay.
And from the time I was small, when I hit 12, I was allowed to.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
have
true
a
in
shot
my
of
house,
brandy.
yeah.
So we still do brandy shots. So I don't care who's at my house for brunch.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
The brandy comes out, I get the shot glass, okay?
Right.
And we do brandy shots.
Nice.
Okay?
Nice tradition. I like
Yeah,
that.
to just remember, I go, was my father's tradition,
Tradition.
and we will continue it. And so, in his memory, and in all of the folks who have gone on, we will take a brandy shot.
And singing Christmas carols too in honor of my father. He loved Christmas carols. He just loved it, and I kind of miss it because it's kind of the new generation doesn't, you know, and it breaks my heart.
They don't even
Christmas
know the
carols are pivotal in my life
Oh,
because
yes.
one of those things we did, my grandmother being born on Christmas,
Okay.
church and Christmas carols,
Right.
and I've always been in a choir from the time I was 3 years old. And Christmas carols are my favorite. I start playing them as soon as the radio
Me too.
is showing them, and I listen to all types of Christmas carols. And I used to like the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. That was
Yes,
always
yes,
because their carols were so majestic, and they're just beautiful. Last week, my granddaughter went to Spelman, and the Spelman Choir sings every year. That choir was on. I just love Christmas music.
Yes,
It's really one
I
of the
do
most
too.
enjoyable things about the holiday season for me is Christmas music.
That is nice. I miss New York because of the music.
It's too scary now to go.
And the lights.
Yeah, I do
and,
too.
Oh,
Yeah.
just walking. Oh, what
But
a wonderful
yeah,
way
that
to
sort
spend
of is the
Christmas.
backdrop for a happy Christmas, more so than snow to me.
Yes.
You can do without the
I
snow,
could
but you
pass
can't do
out.
without the music.
That's
That's
right. That's right. That music it's important. It's serene.
You know,
Right.
Happy.
Speaking of Christmas, one of the memories I have most beautiful when my kids went to Catholic school, my daughter Nancy was the midnight mass angel, and she came down the aisle at midnight. All the church gets dark, and then
Oh.
all the schoolgirls dressed in white satin robes would come with flashlights that were decorated and beam on the ceiling, precede her. The priest would come from the altar, and she would come. I made her a white satin robe with, you know, beautiful leaf tiara kind of thing. And she carried the Christ child, presented it to the pastor. One of those beautiful memories as a mom. You know, that, you know, and then the choir, they start with a hum.
Yeah.
They start with a hum, and it gets louder and louder.
Wow,
and then
that's
it just is one of
beautiful.
those unforgettable moments in life, you know?
Yes.
My father would take us riding on Christmas Eve way out of the neighborhood just to look at the houses that were
Right.
lit up.
Right.
Because people could be so extravagant
Yes.
with the way in which they presented their homes.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of
Beautiful.
people still do that, pick out for the, I know that in Pennsylvania, there are some towns I'm thinking of going with my great grands to
Okay.
let them see the lights, because lights are nice and locally, but not some of the places are just spectacular.
Okay.
And it brings up the spirit of Christmas for them too.
Yeah. Yeah. People pay, I don't know what their electric bills are,
Right.
but they.
I use LED only. Only
Right.
LED only.
Oh my gosh.
LED only lights.
Their lawns are lit up. Their house is lit up. The windows are lit
Yes,
up.
yes.
Oh my gosh. And there used to be a place right here in Jersey where I'm trying to remember where it was, where you actually could get out the car and
Really?
the whole bottom, they allowed you to walk through.
Oh, good.
Really?
I'm trying to remember where I went. I haven't done this in years. My kids were small. But we would go there, pull a car up on the side.
Wasn't
You
that
have
in
a-
Homedale?
I can't
I
remember
thought
where
there
it
was a place
was.
in Homedale.
And they really did their home so that you could walk from the garage all through the bottom
Mm.
of this wonderland, is
Yeah.
what I would call it, because they would
Right.
turn it
Yeah.
into a Christmas wonderland.
I think there's a house in Piscataway that
That
did
does that?
I think there's I can't think of what. I went there once years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. But
So-
it's a joyous season and a time of peace. Peace on earth
Yeah.
and goodwill
Yeah.
to men.
Yeah.
It should
Yeah, it's
stay
a
that
nice
way.
lead into the new year
Yes.
when you feel like you can get a new start or make things just a little better than they were the year before.
That's right. That's right. It's a nice piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really nice piece. But ladies, I can't believe we're out of time.
Wow.
I know. This
That went
was
quickly.
quickly. I've learned a lot, heard a lot of interesting ways in which to spend my time at Christmas and to share with the people
yeah.
who come to my house
That's
on
very-
what I've learned. That's what's exciting about it. And so I want to thank you all. And I hope you've enjoyed participating and sharing. And I want to thank the viewers who have tuned in to hear what goes on in Piscataway and some history on Piscataway traditions. And I want to thank the PCTV crew because they have been so inspiring and giving me ideas and thoughts about what to talk about on Women Talk. Okay. But if you have a topic or wish to be a guest on the show, send me an email at colesj7@gmail.com or give me a call at 1-848-264-6735. And remember, women talk about everything, anything, anytime, anywhere, and with anyone.
This is true.
Okay?
This is true.
I am so excited when I go into the store, and that's where I look for material, just watching women talk, watching them